2, 1. Hello everyone. Welcome to
Hi.
another episode of Campus Care Ed Talks. I, Rohit Gira, your host for the show, would like to welcome you all. So let me introduce you first what Campus Care Ed Talk is. Ed Talks is a platform where educators and leaders come on board and express their viewpoints related to education and society. So today our topic for the discussion is the rising popularity of bite-sized learning in students. To express their viewpoints on the same, we have with us Dr. Indira Rangan, advisor academics at CBSE School, Chennai, and joint registrar at Dr. MGR Educational Research University. And she has been felicitated with National Award CBSE in 2016-17. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So good to have you here, ma'am. Thank you so much for taking out your precious time. So
Right.
let's start off with the session, ma'am. So here goes
Sir.
the first question. What is
Yes.
bite-sized learning?
Sir, it's an amazing topic you have taken. First, I must congratulate you. It's a small, short, focused way of learning. I can say that micro learning. It's an advantage of technology to facilitate stronger learning outcome among students. I can precisely say this definition of that is a teaching strategy to deliver content in small, well-planned, bite-sized chunks of units or even activity. It's also called learning nuggets, which is easier for the students to work through at their own pace in the busy schedule. And it is, of course, much, much easier for the learners to fit into their work and their learning schedules also. In this environment, especially after COVID, when children are, I can say that distracted, even attracted by a lot of gadgets, this is a welcome method to improve their concentration and their attention span towards learning, sir.
Sure, ma'am. So, ma'am, here goes the next question. Can bite-sized learning improve attention span?
Of course, yes, sir. It's we are using this bite-sized learning as a repetitive method. So when we go for the repetitive, immediately the retention of the concept what we learned and will be retained in our memory, and we can retrieve it at any time, and which leads to the better performance or even learning outcome among the students. I can tell you one thing, that this is the role of the teachers here to make it attention span of the children towards this. First, the teachers should look for Google resources or e-lessons. They have to plan for a short duration of 5 minutes. And then they can even try for Google Podcast, which has wealth of information. You can make it as a different modules for learning. And they can even try for the Temple app to give the students this bite-sized learning opportunity. And your teachers can even share printed learning resource materials. And of course, everybody is fond of texting now. Nobody says that I don't know texting. Even teachers and students, they can even use this texting methodology to learn the concepts better. And we can even use infographic generator, and of course bite-sized learning apps. All these things will improve their learning outcome. And of course, it's a short duration. That attention span is also will lead to higher level of performance. And I can say that it provides upskilling and reskilling opportunities for the students, and also helps the learners to reach their goal. That's very, very important. Teachers can even create learning road maps, which the modules which I was talking earlier, the short lessons of 5 to 7 minutes duration, which the teacher wants the children to learn and explore. They can create modules in which the students and the teachers can track the progress. And here the very advantages, they can freedom to choose, and it is highly flexible, and it is designed by the teachers based on the students' needs. Of course, their span of attention nowadays, it is very, very small for all the children after the COVID especially. the recent studies yesterday, I was seeing that even for elders also, when we see the concepts of seven concepts at a time, we can even retain only five. And especially for the 3 years old children, the concepts were only come down the span of attention after COVID, especially 7 seconds. That's why we can see the change of frames also in the TV serials for the children, which is coming, cartoon, other serials. They are changing it every 7 seconds for the children. So, of course, to span of attention, it is grabbing the span of attention, and learning outcome is very, very high, sir. 75% of the students are telling that the lecture method using this bite-sized learning was very useful for them to score better, sir.
Right, ma'am. So here goes the last question for the topic, ma'am. Does bite-sized learning look promising?
Of course, yes, sir. It's a future e-learning. It's a bite-sized learning. It is suited for the students of the 21st century society's part of digital, I can say, digital revolution. And research also shows that the scores, test scores or assessment scores are improving. All are looking for this and started using this after COVID, especially in the online learning. And since it is remember, make the students to remember the information what is shared is visible, and the student engagement is also seen because it's a very, very bite-sized learning. They are eagerly participating, and react interactive way is possible here. It takes lesser time, of course, and the concept clarity is there. They can recall, they can recognize, they can understand, they can apply whenever it is necessary. So this is a very, very great resource and promising, sir. I wanted to say one thing here. Don't use this bite-sized learning just because it is very trendy, and don't use it to tackle complex concepts. You should not use this, and you cannot master over the subject using this way of strategy of learning. And of course, it is not a replacement of e-learning, but it is a great advantage and boon for the education fraternity.
It was a very nice answer, ma'am. So, ma'am, would you like to give any real life experience or examples? Would you like
Yes,
to
sir.
share with our audience?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The concepts, suppose the photosynthesis, for example, I'm telling for class 3 student, when we were teaching this, this was a bit complex for the children. And we have made it as a different model, especially for science, we are using this technique in our schools, sir. And this concepts was made into different modules in a systematic way. Ask the students to immediately, one module will be shared and they will all answer in a texting method. And again, another short videos of 2 to 3 minutes were shown, and the teacher was posting question and the students were interacting even live in the class, even after the school hours also, especially to do their support, their project work and other things. It was very interesting. All the students have participated. Almost after that, when we were testing their learning at the end of the session, end of the class, the learning was amazing, sir. Almost 99.9% of the children were excited. I'm talking about the third standard level. You can even use it for the higher level also to retain the concepts better.
Right, ma'am. So, ma'am, we have one question from our audience.
Yes.
Is there any relation of this micro learning to micro teaching?
Sir, micro teaching, which we have already, all the teachers would have undergone during their training session when they were doing B.Ed and other things. But this concept is different. Micro teaching will go for, instead of 40 minutes, they'll take it up 15 to 20 minutes. Here, to retain as you were posing this question earlier, to attention, the span of attention, this should be very, very short, small, and focused. It should be crisp to make the particular concept where they were finding it difficult. This is the way. This is a micro learning. That's why teachers are creating modules after modules for short duration, not more than 5 minutes. Even if the teacher want to talk about the particular concept, they should not show it for a longer duration, that the span of attention will go off. To retain the span of attention, only this particular strategy of learning has come, sir. It was a great success, sir. It was a great success. It's used by almost all over the globe now after COVID.
Great, ma'am. So, thank you so much, ma'am, for imparting your knowledge and experience on the topic. It was indeed an insightful and informative session where we have discussed some real life experience.
Thank you so much, sir, for this great opportunity. And my congratulations to NTAB team for always throwing the lights on the latest topics in education. Thank you for your support and cooperation, sir.
Thank you. To all the viewers watching out there, please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to get the notification updates. Thank you all.